Welcome, Blue Jay fans, to Bondurant, Iowa for our final home Raccoon River Conference game for women's basketball this season between the Winterset Huskies and the Bondurant for our Blue Jays. Patrick Meyer here on the call with Chad Carlson. How you doing, Chad?
Doing great, Patrick. How about yourself?
Oh, just excited for another night of basketball. You know, we got Pep Band filing in, so it's going to be a nice, loud environment. And two good games coming up tonight. Both teams pretty equally matched up, and so it should be a lot of fun.
This is, for basketball junkies, the most exciting time of the year. You know, we turn the page into tournament play for the girls next week. We've got a barn burner brewing for the boys game tonight with a game for a share of the conference championship. And
thanks, Winterset, for helping with that.
Yes, thank you. And now we'd like you to cooperate again tonight. But this is a big game for our girls to get that momentum going into tournament play. A lot of what tournament play is momentum, feeling good about yourself, and not going in with a crushing defeat or one that you feel you left on the table. So I think we're going to see a great effort out of our girls tonight. We got Coach Ben Anderson, who is out sick on Tuesday, back on the bench tonight. We'll see if maybe he's good for 2 or 3 points.
And we got KCCI up in the house. So
that's good. They're second fiddle media to Blue Jay Digital, but
they're in here with highlights, though. They're not trying to do the full live stream, but the girls' game is their game of the week, I believe. So Jeff Dubroff's down there on the court doing some recording, so I'm going to stick around, grab some highlights for the boys as well. But as we move into the starting lineups for the two teams, Winterset Huskies expect to start number 2, Avery Darling, a junior guard. Number 4, Jenna Young, a junior guard. I'm missing one. Number 10, yep. Jaya Kleemeyer. Number 24, Lauren Carter. And number 32, Bridget Stover. I'm not sure why I didn't have Jaya written down. And for the Blue Jays, your usual suspects. Number 2, Mia Miller, senior guard. Number 3, Peyton Meyer, junior guard. Number 13, Reba Fuller, senior forward. Number 41, Chesney Steenhook, sophomore forward. And number 55, Caitlin Lappy, senior forward. We will be doing audio a little bit different tonight, as everything will be running through our mics. And so hopefully the national anthem and things like that come through nice and clean for you. And we'll have senior night recognition for the girls team in between the 2 varsity games. So we'll plan on picking that up as well. And, looking forward to a great night.
Yeah, and we've got it doesn't ever seem like you have a night off in this conference. You know, there are a couple of teams towards the bottom of the league that maybe struggled a little bit, but it's a very, very top-heavy league. Winterset, another team that drew a top 2 seed for tournament play next week. Our Blue Jays did the same. They're going to be driven by Jenna Young, the junior, number 4, averaging 17 points, 6 rebounds, 3.2 assists per game. So going to see a lot of defense focused towards her.
All right, we're going to step aside for national anthem live and in-house. All right, nice Nice rendition there by Miss Horton, Osborne, and Miller. Nice to see some in-house vocals and utilizing our musical department here.
Multi-talented student athletes right there.
Exactly. All right.
Hey, can I make a quick shout out?
Sure.
I just have to say one of our biggest viewer listeners is the original Blue Jay, the OG Blue Jay, Joanne White. She has made it out to a few games this year, but Joanne is there's not a bigger Blue Jay fan. Blue Jay graduate herself, several children of her own that went through this district, grandkids that are still in the district that have already graduated. And I just know she's a big fan of the broadcast. I want to say hi to Joanne and hope you're tuning in tonight.
I like it.
All right.
Well, that was a weird tip, and it ended up being a loose ball picked up by the Blue Jays. Mia Miller with it to start. Pulls up for two and hits it.
Yeah, great start.
Jenna Young bringing it up court for the Huskies. She pulls up from the free throw line and hits it.
So we're going to trade 15-footers.
Young averages almost 18 points a game. Averaged like 16 points a game last year, so definitely the primary scorer. Peyton Meyer with the ball. Out to Reba at the top. Miller swings it around.
This is some type of zone, maybe a box and one of some sort.
Lappy reverse layup, no good. Chesney fights for it, saves it, but ends up in the hands of Kleemeyer.
One thing to look for tonight is really need to see Chesney Steenhoek stay out of foul trouble. She's flirting with disaster right there. But she's had a hard time staying on the floor, and we need her on the floor in the game to really utilize our advantage in the post.
Bridget Stover went to make a pass, and her teammate had already moved, ended up catching the ball, but kind of traveling there, so turnover to the Blue Jays. Yeah, we're running with a pretty tight rotation, so keeping those fouls down is going to be big. Lappy with the ball inside the paint, gets the 2-point bucket assist from Miller.
Yeah, if she doesn't have any more resistance than that tonight, she's going to have a huge night.
Young crosses over, drives the lane, and off the rim, Lappy gets the rebound. She's not going to miss very many of those, though. Miller kicks it into Reba. Ooh. Reba lost her footing and got called for a travel on the way down.
Thought we were going to see a foul call.
I thought she started to put her hands out like she was calling for the push and then changed it to a travel.
Yeah, and probably the right call.
Young to Kleemeyer. Stover into Carter. Carter is fouled. Is that on Chesney?
Yeah, it's an early foul on Chesney.
That's going to send Lauren Carter to the line for two. First one off the rim, no good.
I didn't see a foul there. Maybe Reba reaching in, but I did not see a foul on Chesney. And you know, when you start to get into foul trouble, you just, like, the officials just seem to find you.
Yeah.
And it's just hard to stay away from those ticky-tack calls. But in the replay that I saw, she looked like she had her walled off pretty well. Kept her hands up. Really didn't make much contact with the body either.
Carter did hit the second free throw, so it's 4-3 Blue Jays. Peyton Meyer with the ball over at Chesney. Chesney gets it back out to Miller at the top, and they're going to reset too high. Lappy with the ball at the free throw line, feeds Chesney inside, and she's fouled as she turns around.
Yep, just got knocked off her spot a little bit there.
They're going to call that one on Avery Darling.
Man, you see these names, Darling and Kleemeyer.
Oh, Lappy gets the rebound. A jump ball. Miller's shot was no good. Lappy rebound, but was apparently tied up on the jump.
Darling and Kleemeyer, names from the boys' teams of the past.
These two teams have seen a lot of each other over the last few years, and they've pretty much always been close games or split the season, whatever it is.
I believe this was our first-round tournament game last year, if I'm not mistaken.
That sounds right, actually. Darling over to Carter. Carter with the drive, and Mia Miller draws the charge.
That's a savvy veteran play by Mia Miller, sliding in there and taking that.
We're going to get Reagan Coobs checking into the game. Lauren Carter checking out after that foul.
Not a ton of depth for either one of these teams, particularly with scoring punch.
Foul trouble would be a big deal either way, it does seem.
Yep.
Miller takes it coming around the outside, over to Meyer on the baseline. Loses it to Fuller. Back out to Miller at the top.
Yeah, spacing's not very good right now. Mia's going to let things reset.
Steenhook setting a screen. Fuller gets it. 2-point attempt is good.
Boy, she's so improved. Her offensive game, ability to knock a shot down like that.
Hit a couple threes up at North Polk.
Yep. Just growing in confidence. I'm sure Coach Anderson would like to have her one more year. We put a red shirt on rebound. I'd like her one more year to long jump. That is just not a good call. She's going backwards. And there's her second foul.
There's her second foul. Darling's going to go to the line.
They just find you. They just find you when you become prone to foul trouble. You can see the frustration from the bench. Chesney's frustrated. And I just think she could easily have 0 fouls right now.
Yeah.
I'm whining already, Patrick.
Darling hits the first one. Second shot up is good.
Well, we'll see if Coach Anderson comes back to her maybe later in the second quarter.
Yeah.
One thing about Chesney is she does not let things get her down or keep her down for long.
Miller drives out to Hannah Green.
Not very good spacing from the Blue Jays right now. They're allowing Winterset.
Oh, wow.
Mia Miller threads the needle there, though, doesn't she?
I didn't think that ball was going to get through.
Oh, somebody took one to the nose, it looks like.
I don't know if that was when Lappy reached back for it, ended up hitting Stover in the face.
Yeah, she took one to the mouth.
Yeah, Olivia Boyle into the game as Stover goes to the bench to get feeling back in her face.
Spoken like a true wrestling guy there.
Well, sometimes it takes a minute to decide if it's going to bleed.
That looked like a travel.
Young comes around, feeds underneath, and that's blocked from behind, and they're going to call a foul on Peyton Meyer. Coos with the shot.
Yeah, the Blue Jay crowd not real happy with that foul, but I can live with that foul. Maybe clean on the ball, but a little bit of body coming in from behind. Nice pass by Young to her teammate there, coming open under the basket.
Coobs hits the first. A 57% free throw shooter.
Coobs sounds like a nickname. Hey, Coobs, let's go fishing. Sounds like a nickname.
Well, she did not live up to her free throw percentage.
No.
As she hits them both.
Isn't that always the case?
Green with the ball. Gets it to Miller. She pulls it back out to Lappy outside the three-point line. Miller going baseline. Feeds Fuller wide open under the hoop and doesn't get the bounce. Rebound, Darling.
Reba with one quick dribble. Nobody's going to be able to elevate as she goes to the basket there.
I think she was shocked to be as open as she was. Darling for three. Off the rim. And knocked around into the hands of Coobs. She gets it back out. Young with the ball. Now pull up. Kicks it out to Darling. Darling drives. Blocked by Lappy. Into the hands of Kleemeyer.
Oh, and a kick.
And they're going to get Kleemeyer on the kick. A ball was kind of flying all over the place, hitting hands all over. And
we see Rebecca Fuller picking up Jenna Young. She always gets the toughest defensive assignment. See if she can make life miserable on Young tonight.
Mia tries that long pass into Lappy again, doesn't get it this time. Young drives to the hoop, gets the bucket.
That's pretty impressive take there.
Huskies ahead 9-8, nearing the 2-minute mark in the first quarter. Meyer for deep three. Air ball no good. Young with the rebound.
Yeah, I think I heard Coach Anderson say take your time, and
maybe she heard take it.
Those threes will be there if we get good spacing. Let Kate Lappy go to work in the post.
She was hitting those on Tuesday night. Coobs for three, no good, into the hands of Mia.
Good box outs.
Miller drives, tried to push it ahead to Fuller. And going to be off Reba's foot.
Yep.
Husky ball into the game. Bailey Acton. So Coobs, Acton, Boyle, Young, and Darling on the court for the Huskies. Lappy, Meyer, Green, Fuller, and Miller. Young drives to the basket, gets the 2-point bucket.
Good hesitation dribble and good finish.
And she's at 6 already.
Might see Coach Anderson go to a little bit of zone here, especially if there's any additional foul trouble. Right now, just Chesney on the bench with 2 and Peyton Meyer with 1 foul. Again, spacing is not good. And it's a little bit of Winterset's defense, a little bit of it's just some impatience.
Young pull up 2, no good. Fuller with the rebound. Timeout, Blue Jays. 49 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
Yeah, I think Coach Anderson may have inadvertently stopped a fast break, but he had just seen enough in what was going on in the half court. Lack of spacing, lack of patience, lack of moving the ball. They're just going to have to do better than that to beat this Winterset defense.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes you can be a little too aggressive on the plays you're trying to make and need to go back to the basics a little bit.
It's good to have the band back.
Yeah. We got a pretty full crowd for the band, and it looks like they're doing Goofy Hat Day. Whip in a Cat in the Hat. Miller with the ball, feeds Lappy inside. Lappy one dribble up, and the foul. And that's why you called that timeout.
Yeah, and we've seen Kate get touches 5 to 10 feet from the basket, and it's just, it's not an automatic, but boy, the percentages sure go up.
And when she doesn't get it, she tends to get the rebound as she hits the free throw.
Yep. Passes Young for game-high scoring leader right now.
Yeah, I imagine that might elevate on both sides a little bit.
Yep, pretty safe to say.
So about 30 seconds remaining. Huskies might be holding for 1. Young with the ball, over to Darling. Darling hands off to Young. 20 seconds now.
Reba should not let her catch it back. Should not let her get it back.
Bailey Acton with the ball.
Her.
Coobs dribbling.
That's a travel.
That's a travel.
Good. Hey.
8.9 seconds. It was nice that they were listening to you this time.
Shot at the lead here with 8.9.
We like buzzer beaters.
What has been those are fun. What's been a close game this quarter. Not a lot of distance between the two teams so far.
So Mia gets the ball. 8 seconds. She's going cross court to Meyer. Back out to Miller. 2, 1. Shot up. 3-point attempt.
Oh,
just off the rim.
She had the distance. She was just off to the left from right here.
She knows she's supposed to bank those, right?
Yeah, and go into her right also.
Well, I don't know. I can't say that she can't go to the left. I'm just saying she's supposed to bank it. All right, well, after one quarter, 11-11 is the tie as the pep band goes back to work. So 3 fouls apiece for the first quarter. 2 of those on Chesney Steenhook, 2 of those on Avery Darling. So a little bit of foul trouble on each side. Sometimes I just got to rock out to the band.
Yep. Know? Oh, yeah. No, I think one adjustment that could be coming for the Blue Jays on the defensive end is to see some 2-3 zone. It's really been a good look. They're, a lengthy team. You get a Hannah Green at the top of that zone, making it difficult to throw the ball around the perimeter. We'll see if Winterset stays.
Would you zone in 1 and keep somebody on Young, or would you
like
not?
A box in 1?
Yeah.
I don't know at this point, if she starts to beat you on dribble penetration and score, but, that's probably not.
Probably not.
She's not averaging 30 a game or anything like that.
Meyer with the ball over to Lappy and Green.
I would, without a doubt, double team Kate Lappy in the post.
Fuller with the ball on the corner.
Again, spacing's not great.
Miller crossover. Feeds Lappy inside, shot up, and gets the roll. Just a little drop in the bucket pass there from Mia.
It's really like a clinic, the way Kate Lappy plays offense in the post. Just the patience. You don't see 15 and 16-year-old post players with that type of patience. It takes a year or 2 or 3 of varsity experience to slow yourself down, know that the defense is going to clear.
Stover's three-point attempt, no good. Jenna Young cuts to the hoop, gets the rebound, layup, no good. Fuller with the rebound.
That was fortunate.
Miller drives, right-hand layup, gets the bank, and good.
Mia Miller's not a high-volume scorer, but when she scores, it just adds to everything else she gives to her team.
Darling drive, gets the layup. 4 points on the night for her.
Nice aggressive drive. Got Mia kind of backpedaling, maybe looking for the charge. Fortunately, it wasn't called, which looked very similar to how Chesney defended when she got called for her foul.
Green over to Fuller. Stover doesn't want to come out on her. Meyer, pump fake 3. Back over to Reba. Reba, Green, 2-point attempt. Good.
Hannah Green's just becoming a real dependable shooter for this team, and couldn't happen at a better time of the year as we're moving into postseason.
It's never a bad thing to have a few extra shooters.
Well, and again, I think against that 2-3 zone, generally, if you get some good ball movement.
Okay. Apparently that ball was off a Blue Jay and saying Husky ball. Maybe that's an acceptable balance because I'm not sure they couldn't have called a foul on the shot.
When your hand's facing north and the ball goes south, Chesney about got her third right there. I'm not sure how it's off of you, but
yeah. Jenna Young from deep, nothing. Stover went for the ball, not able to get to it. Going to be a Blue Jay ball. I guess that's the ball doesn't lie type of move there.
Jenna Young doesn't see the type of athlete guarding her on an every night basis. Now that doesn't mean she's not going to get her 17 points, but
yeah.
Kate about changed pivot feet there.
And Mia Miller hits the 3 while we're watching Kate with the ball. A little roll reversal on the assist there.
It was Malone to Stockton.
Stover for 2 off the rim and no good. Lappy pulls down the rebound. Kicks it over to Mia. Pushing ahead. Crossover out to Lappy. Lappy, I thought she was pulling. Lappy drops it off to Mia.
Good patience.
Into Chesney. Chesney, one dribble is blocked by Carter and fouled by Carter.
And right there, all Carter had to do was stay straight up and she was going to get the block shot. It was the follow through, the volleyball spike that got her the foul. Might not have been a foul, but that's a really easy call for an official when you see that spike.
So Chesney will go to the line. Off the rim for the first one. Reagan Coop's coming back in for the Huskies. And Lauren Carter going to go to the bench. Chesney to the line for her second. Good on that one.
8-point lead. Little 10-2 since the start of the quarter.
Young over to Kleemeyer. Darling. Going around the screen, driving to the hoop. Left-hand layup. No good, and they're going to call foul on.
I think it's on Mia.
On Mia.
Yeah.
That's her first.
Yeah, okay.
Might have bailed her out there because I'm not sure
I'm a bit of a Blue Jay homer. I don't know if our listeners know that or not, but.
Darling hits her first.
Darling's an aggressive offensive player. She gets downhill, and she's going to take the ball to the basket.
Meyer into the game for Fuller. Darling's second is good as well.
Good stroke at the free throw line.
So she's hitting 75% from the free throw line.
She's tied for game high honors with Young for the Winterset side.
Miller into Lappy.
Kate had a left-handed drive there if she had taken it.
Mia for three.
Heat check.
No good. Jenna Young gets the rebound.
She was right on.
Young pull up two. No love on the bounce. Steenhook rips away the rebound.
I think Jenna Young settled there. You know, she could have aggressively. Man, that is such a soft touch running down the floor.
Lappy with a quick 11.
You know, Jenna Young goes at Mia Miller. Maybe she gets the charge, but maybe Mia Miller picks up her second, and then she's playing on her heels the rest of the half.
Stover coming across court, trying to drive on Lappy. A little low on the pass, ends up back in her hand. Young, Kleemeyer, Darling.
Good defense.
Back out to Kleemeyer. Now Jenna Young with the ball. 3:20 on the clock in the second quarter. Young passes it up to Darling, using that screen. And that pass is thrown away. Going to be a Blue Jay ball.
That's great defense. Really great defense. And Hannah Green picking up right where Reba Fuller picked off, with Reba going to the bench, and really causing problems for Jenna Young, making easy catches and being effective out there. So really, really good defensive possession.
As the pep band fires it back up, a good time to thank our sponsor, Bird's Nest, for this broadcast, as well as all the other basketball broadcasts throughout the season. You know, we can't say enough about Bird's Nest. They're a great partnership they have with the school and with the community, and employing the high school kids, and just all the great things they do, while also, you know, giving options for people to have their kids during the day while they're at work. So great partner, great sponsor of Blue Jay Athletics, Blue Jay Schools, and we just can't say enough positive things about them. So thank you, Bird's Nest, as always.
Yeah, Jill and Felicia, great people. Do a great job, great partners of the district, like you mentioned. A long-time partnership now, and they just run a first-class operation there, and we're very, very appreciative of their sponsorship, so that grandpas and grandmas and aunts and uncles and friends far and wide can pick this game up worldwide, Patrick.
Worldwide. Like the Catalina wine mixer. Whole nother area there.
Pop culture references I don't get.
And Lauren Carter's going to get a quick third foul there.
Maybe a little ticky-tacky, but she reached through, and this game's been called pretty close to this point. I mean, I don't think either team can say the officials have picked more on them.
Both teams have some fouls they don't agree with.
Yep.
But that's always true.
Not a lot of movement on this inbound play.
Miller out top to Lappy.
Winterset stays in that 2-3 zone.
Allison Soderberg into the game for the first time, I think, for the Huskies, who chases down that rebound. And wait, what? Okay. Yep, so that is Soderberg stepped on the line, and the official started going the other direction. But what she meant was white ball from the corner.
I think what she meant
but I was really confused because we let her get all the way to half court before anybody corrected her. As Mia goes inside to Lappy, Lappy didn't like the triple team, maybe quadruple team, so she brings it back out.
Good move. That's a patient move. Didn't force things. There's the clinic right there. The big fundamental. The Tim Duncan of high school girls basketball.
Miller into Lappy.
Right there.
Miller's been getting that drive and then dump off pretty consistently lately. It's been really effective.
And if Kate catches it in there and that deep, it's over.
Soderberg shot up, no good. Rebound, Koob. Out to Stover for three, off the rim, no good. And Blue Jays are going to box each other out. Good box out, Peyton. You prevented Lappy from getting the rebound.
Yeah, great great defense from Chesney, too, on this end. Really conscientious about staying straight up. I would guess might try to get her out of the game here in the next possession or two.
We got 2 minutes remaining on the half. Yeah, avoid that cheap third foul this late in the game. You really like the position you are point-wise. Mia with the ball.
The difference in the patience and spacing of this team from the first quarter to the second quarter is just night and day difference. There's no hurry. There's no sense of urgency. It's, hey, we're going to take what you give us and we're going to make you pay if it's 15 seconds into the possession or 30 seconds into the possession, and that's why it's a 10-point margin instead of a tie game.
Reba over to Miller. Miller for three.
Yeah.
And it's good.
Yeah, that's just good offense. Really good offense. And we see it grow to 13. I'd like to see our fans get on their feet.
Jenna Young, drop-off pass to Stover, layup, or that was Koob's. Layup, good.
Breaks a little bit of a drought for the Huskies.
1 minute on the clock. Lappy with the ball inside. Switches hands, lays it in.
That's just not even fair. Kate with 15.
Young drive, dump off pass again to Koobs. Gets the bucket, and Peyton's going to get another foul over the back there.
And the rotation over to Young was good, but then the backside of the defense did not rotate over, and that's what made that pass and catch and one opportunity available for Koobs.
That's the second foul on Peyton. Hannah Green's going to come in for Chesney, though, to keep her from getting that third. Free throw, no good. Lappy gets the rebound. 40 seconds on the clock.
Probably a little early to play for one, but if they stay patient.
Miller pull up two, off the rim, no good. And Soderberg gets the rebound.
Mia flirting with a second foul there as well, and got to keep her on the floor.
Young driving left hand, dumps it off Stover. Stover out to Darling.
Rita's really got to try to keep Young from catching the ball. This is going to go for one shot.
We're at 12 seconds
really
now.
Need to bunch everybody to the middle. Weak side's got to come over.
Darling for three, off the rim, no good. Lappy gets the rebound. 3 seconds on the clock, 2, 1, shot up. No good.
That's the last three shots of the half, of the last three halves here have been Mia Miller. She's 1 for 3. The one we needed the most went in.
Right. If you're only going to make one of those three, make it the game winner. So Blue Jays go into halftime with a 30-19 lead. And we'll step away for a little bit of halftime. We'll leave you just a little bit of the pep band as you go out, and then we'll go ahead and close off the mics for a little bit. And we'll be back shortly before second half. Looks like I forgot to hit the button. Now we're back on.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go.
I made some really good, astute comments.
You know, they're never going to get that back. But thanks, Brian Crook, for letting me know that we messed up. Appreciate that. Literally, I do appreciate that. Otherwise, you'd still be sitting there in silence.
And I'd be rambling on like a fool. Let me see. What are some of the beautiful, intelligent things I said?
They can't be gotten back. They're gone. Chesney's shot is up, and she's fouled on the shot. Stover, I believe, is who they're calling that one on. That's her first.
One thing I said was
come watch.
Our girls are going to host a tournament game next week. Come watch and play. It might be the last time you see this group of seniors play on this court. And, man, Mia Miller, just that assist to Kate Lappy on that last field goal is just something to see. Chesney shooting in bad luck there.
With the rare miss on both. Stover gets the rebound. And loose ball. Going to be a Blue Jay ball.
Great defense by Rebecca Fuller. Young really getting downhill there, but just kind of building that wall, forcing her to kick the ball back out for the turnover.
And they're going to get a blocking foul there on Jenna Young. No, on Lauren Carter. If so, that's 4 on her.
That's a tough call.
Yeah,
that's a tough call. And I don't know if it's a charge either.
And she hits the first free throw there. Yeah, with that much contact, though, you almost always see something called. Coob's back into the game. Carter to the bench. Chesney's second shot is up and good.
Yes.
5:19 on the clock. Jenna Young driving right. Switches to left. Does not get the lay-in. Lappy gets the rebound.
Just a lot of tall timber once you get by Rebecca Fuller to navigate around.
Mia to Lappy inside. Lappy gets the ball up. No good. And Coobs gets the rebound.
Kate got in a little bit of a hurry there, a little uncharacteristic of her.
And Darling had a little bit of a loose ball. Mia capitalized on that, reached in, grabbed hold of that, and they get the jump ball call. It's going to stay Husky ball. Jenna Young going to take a seat for a little bit. Bailey Acton in for her. Acton gets Fuller on her. Kleemeyer now with the ball at the top. Trying to get around that screen from Stover. Stover into Coobs.
I thought she traveled.
Kleemeyer now for 3, off the rim, no good, and that loose ball is picked up by Coobs, but then she gives it away to Mia Miller. Miller driving to the basket, drops it off to Lappy with the bucket.
Yeah! That was Stockton to Malone right there. Holy cow. So much fun to watch. That's showtime. That's like we got a lot of NBA analogies. That's the old Lakers. Magic to Worthy.
People are going to start thinking you're old as Stover hits that too. 3:55 in the third quarter. Lappy with the ball over to Fuller.
It's patience. Good patience. No need to be in a hurry here. 12-point lead. Get what you...
Is that off a Husky?
Yeah. Okay. A little off the leg.
Jenna Young coming in. Avery Darling going to the bench.
Let's see if that little reset for Young will be a good thing for her.
Miller with it at the top. Feeds Lappy inside. And the bucket.
They're just playing catch tonight. I don't know if you've been keeping track of assists, but it seems like every bucket Kate has been off of a Mia Miller pass.
Tip out on Lappy. Well, Kate's at 20-21. So safe to say, I think that's 10 buckets. So 10 assists probably, at least for Mia. Oh, and she also has 10 points.
Caitlin
Stover for 3. Air ball, no good. Picked up by Mia Miller. She's going to try and get those rebounds in now, get that triple-double.
Instantly eye contact with those two.
Loose ball, picked up by Kleemeyer. They throw it ahead to Stover. Stover driving, finds a couple Bluejays in the way, one of them being Steenhook, and shot no good. Lappy now with the ball. Miller into Lappy, shot up, off the rim, no good. Chesney gets the rebound, has it taken away by Stover.
Chesney's got to be stronger with the ball there.
Young pull up two, off the rim, no good. Acton with the rebound, shot no good, and Lappy now gets that rebound.
Little pace to this game right now that maybe gonna call that on the floor on Winterset.
On the trailing defender.
Yep. I think we're gonna have a timeout. Maybe a good time for that. I think that's more of a catch your breath timeout than it is a strategy one, and also kind of get the game back to the tempo where we had it. Some nice fast break buckets, Miller to Lappy connections.
Yeah.
But work that half-court offense, take some time off the clock, get Winterset to foul you a little bit, get into that bonus early, and ice the game away at the free throw line. So have stretched that lead from 11 to 14, and just got to continue on that trajectory. I don't know if this is a Winterset team aside from Darling has made their one and only 3 of the night. I don't know if Jenna Young is she hasn't shown that she can knock that 3. She's more of a penetrating guard.
She's a 31% three-point shooter, and based off that percentage, 31.2. It's not that she doesn't shoot them. As a team, they're 84 threes on the season going into this game. So
she also has a couple of 5'9", 5'10" athletic people guarding her right now, which adds to the challenge. See if Coach drew up a little something out of the break. We got Lauren Osborne into the game for the first time. The 4th senior to see action, the 4th of 4. I'm sorry.
We got 6. Thought they said there were 6 seniors. Who are you leaving out?
Manager.
Okay.
Moore.
Osborne to Meyer. Now Miller back with the ball. 2-minute mark in the third quarter. Miller drive, 2-point good.
She's just getting better. They're getting a steal up there at Dubuque. They really are.
Yeah,
that's a bailout. And maybe there was contact earlier, but it didn't seem like there was going to be a foul called until Jenny Young went to the ground.
Maybe they were sliding towards her. I don't know. It's
sure.
Like I said, when a player goes to the ground, the chance of a foul being called greatly increase.
Yeah, and I'm a big homer too. So
Jenny Young hits the first. Again, it hasn't been a heavily called game for fouls overall. Just the 7th total foul for the Blue Jays, 8 for the Huskies. So
one thing we don't want to do is start putting Jenny Young on the line. No time coming off the clock and looking like automatic 2 points.
Lappy with the ball at the free throw line. That's Olivia Boyle on her now. Miller into Lappy. Over to Green, now to Meyer, back to Miller.
Movement.
Miller for 3.
Just great ball movement.
Good.
Great ball movement. Winterset's got to be wondering what they ran into tonight. A little bit of a buzzsaw so far. The second and third quarter have been
Young
impressive.
Drives, no good on the shot. They're going to get the foul on Mia.
Yeah, and Hannah Green has been doing a great job. Just kind of got to backpedaling a little bit. And again,
Young hits it first.
Don't want to put Young on the line the rest of the night. We'll see how many more free tries we get. Get Kate Lappy a little breather here too. That's going to be a good thing going into the fourth.
When Young has that path going straight to the basket, she's got a full head of steam, and she's able to change direction pretty quick. Young misses the second one. Rebound by Boyle. Shot now, no good. And Lauren Osborne's going to pick up that rebound.
Good job, Lauren.
Miller with the ball.
A little aggressive there by Bailey Acton out on the wing on
her second foul of the quarter, yeah. Just under a minute now remaining in the third.
See where the Blue Jays go with Kate Lappy out of the game. Maybe a little something for Chesney if they can get her open in the post.
And Meyer does feed Chesney. She kicks it back out to Miller as Chesney looks like she's getting two people on her the minute she catches the ball. Meyer over to Green. Green for three. Off the back, no good. Lauren Osborne tips it to Steenhook. Steenhook, shot attempt, no good, and fouled on the way.
Great job by Chesney. Again, you sit without foul trouble, and you can mentally take yourself out of the game. You can check out physically and mentally when you get in that type of foul trouble, but she stayed in there, getting herself to the free throw line here in this quarter, getting herself around those offensive rebounds, making an impact on this game.
That's 5 points from the line for Chesney tonight.
Boy, if we can keep this at 18, I kind of like our chances going into the fourth quarter. See if Winterset's going to play for one, which is fine.
I mean, any quarter you build the lead is a good quarter.
Yep.
Young shot from the free throw line, no good.
Oh, boy.
They're going to call Hannah Green on that one.
Yeah, I think Hannah's frustrated because again, just maybe she came down with that hand a little bit, but again, Young making a living at a free throw line right now. 4 for 5 in this quarter and probably in the last 2 or 3 minutes.
Actually, I think it's all since the 2-minute mark, yeah. Hits them both. 11.8 seconds on the clock, and Mia's going to get another shot as a buzzer beater. Let's see what.
Maybe a high ball screen. Another one.
4, 3, 2, 1. Floater, and she's going to get fouled with .2 on it. She just didn't want to end this quarter yet. So it's going to be on Bailey Acton, and that's 3 quick fouls for her this quarter.
This is a little hyperbole, but Mia Miller's played like an all-state point guard tonight. She scored the basketball. She's hit threes. She's made free throws now, which is something your point guard has to give you. She's probably nearing double digits for assists if she's not already there. She's controlled every aspect of this game.
And hits them both, giving her 17 on the night. And the Blue Jays go into the fourth quarter with the 47-29 lead.
Little aha there, right?
Aha.
Uh-huh.
Take me.
So the girls will be heading to tournament play
next week.
Yep, and they will be awaiting the winner of Norwalk and Newton. That's a Wednesday night game. And the winner of that game comes here next Saturday.
Saturday night.
Yep, Saturday night here at Bonnarant Farrar.
7 p.m.
7 o'clock game. So
where I hope to be multitasking while we have some boys wrestling in the state finals that night too.
Yes.
Hopefully.
That was a 17-10 quarter there.
Gonna be a jump ball on that one. A little deflected pass. Going to be a Husky ball. 7:50 on the clock. For the Huskies, they have Stover, Young, Darling, Carter, and Kleemeyer on the court, so they're starters. For the Blue Jays, they're starters as well. Fuller, Steenhook, Meyer, Lappy, and Miller.
Yeah, barring
Kleemeyer open for 2, no good. Go ahead.
Barring a barrage of threes or what I just was going to say there, fouls, this game is in a good place right now for Bondurant Farrar. Just want to keep Winterset from going to the free throw line, scoring the basketball without time coming off the clock. That was a double dribble they missed.
That's the third foul now on Miller. Young to her left, dumps off past to Stover. Stover up under. Probably missed a foul there. Now Carter for two. No good. Meyer gets the rebound.
The 3-on-2.
Miller going to push ahead.
Yeah.
And they're going to get the charge on her. Jenna Young draws that one, and that's going to be 4 on Mia.
Easy call. Coach Anderson might be thinking the same thing that I would have said to Mia when she was playing 5th and 6th grade basketball, and that is come to a jump stop.
Her running passes have been pretty effective tonight. Young over to the left. Oh, now to Stover. Stover coming around to right, brings it to Carter. Darling with it. Into Stover. Carter, Darling, or Stover. Stover for three. Off the rim. No good. Hannah Green able to chase it down.
Not many second chances for the Huskies. That's been another key to tonight.
Meyer has it taken away by Darling and Kleemeyer. Darling out to Kleemeyer for three. And rattles it home.
Yeah.
Miller is not out of the game very much, so it really is a different look when she does come out. Meyer for three. No good. Lappy with the rebound. Comes over to the other side, hits the rebound, or hits the bucket. Down to the 6:03 mark, I guess, then the Huskies are going to take a full timeout. 49-32 is the score. Just as I said that fouls hadn't been a huge thing, now all of a sudden each team has 6.
Yeah, both teams headed to the bonus on the next foul, and again, it's hard. It's harder sometimes on the defensive end to play with a lead than it is on the offensive end. You don't want to just start giving up layups and wide open threes. You do want to avoid foul trouble. You want to rebound every missed shot. You want to make them work for every bucket they get. But again, don't foul them, put them at the line, especially a high percentage free throw shooter like Jenna Young. And then offensively, kind of what we saw in the second quarter, just a ton of patience, handle the basketball, keep it out of the Husky hands, look for layups, wide open shots, good spacing, really make Winterset play defense and foul you and put you on the line and then knock your free throws down.
Going to be Husky ball under the Blue Jay hoop here at 6 minutes on the clock. Blue Jays with a 17-point lead. Young with the ball, driving left, and they call Reba on that one.
Yeah, I think so.
That's Reba's first foul, but 7th team foul, sending Young to the line for 1-1.
I know Peyton came over to give a little bit of help there on the ball screen, and that might have kept Reba from being in good defensive position there.
Young with another free throw. Hits them both. Really making a killing at the line in the second half.
She's 7 of 8 now.
Meyer with the ball. Tried to feed Chesney. Ball's tipped away by Bridget Stover. Going to stay Blue Jay ball. Green with the ball. Fuller, Green. Back over to Meyer. Now Green for three. Hits it. That's a big hit.
Yep. And that's all we need from her is to hit one or two of those a half. Yeah. And she hit a big bucket in the first half and play this great defense that she's been playing.
Young answers. Yeah. Don't want her heating up on this.
Nope. Again, possession basketball here. Make
Lappy.
them work on every possession. Patience on this end. There's no shot clock, not yet.
Fuller over in the corner.
She's thinking about
She's
it.
going to pull for three. Hannah Green gets the rebound. Shot up. No good.
Hannah just needed to gather herself a little bit. Got a little off balance.
Young driving to the hoop. Right hand layup. Gets the bucket.
Yeah, she's just gonna play 1-on-5 now.
And Mia's going to go back in.
Oh, my gosh.
What just happened?
They gave a timeout when we were bringing the ball up the floor to Winterset. And the Winterset bench wanted a timeout.
And the coach or the other official asked her, hey, why'd you grant that? Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, full timeout. So Winterset's kind of playing in 2-minute segments right now, using their timeouts, giving their team plenty of rest. Now they change it to a 30.
We might have some officiating on the struggle bus right now. All right.
My old competitive juices start to flow here. Just hold me down, Patrick.
Yeah.
We're gonna see some pressure from the Huskies now. 3/4 court pressure maybe. Well, looks like they're gonna drop. They're gonna maybe wait another minute or two before they start to dial that in.
Mia Miller's back out on the court.
Back in man-to-man. They might start to play the foul game too, possibly. If they're not going to guard Mia, she's just going to stand out there and dribble the ball.
Oh. All right, a little miscommunication. 4:30 on the clock. Jenna Young going to bring it up, looking to get her basket right away. Lappy goes for and no foul there. Jenna Young gets the 2-point bucket converted. Meyer hits a 2 on the other side.
That's an important answer right there. We're about to get under 4 here. They just need to bunch the lane right now.
And Darling making a smart decision, trying to drive on Mia and see if you can get that 5th foul and get her out of the game. Miller does a good job avoiding that.
Yep, good choice.
4 minutes on the clock. Blue Jays up 54-41. Meyer for 3. Off the rim, no good.
Just didn't need that shot.
Carter with the rebound. Young pull up 3. Short off the rim, no good. Lappy tips it to Fuller.
And Peyton Meyer's a great shooter, but just right now you need layups and you need to go to the line and finish this game off.
Yeah. And Miller goes for the shot and is blocked by Stover.
These are the things that drive a coach crazy right now.
Young drives, right hand lay in, good, and they're going to get the foul that time.
And she's had 16 points in about the last 5 or 6 minutes of game action. Now Coach Anderson's going to take a timeout.
3:24 on the clock. Blue Jays with an 11-point lead. Just looking to slow the game down a little bit. You know, we're keeping the pace like we're trying to come back, and we don't need that.
Yep, and I think we certainly don't want it to turn into any closer of a game than it already is. But this is the kind of thing right now, and Coach Anderson is not a demonstrative personality, but he's demonstrative in the huddle right now about taking care of the basketball, taking high percentage shots, crowding that lane to make it tough for Jenna Young to get into the lane and score the basketball right now.
Make somebody else make the basket.
And finish games, because you can bet you're going to run into a situation in the postseason where you're going to have to finish games off.
Young's free throw is good, giving her 17 in the half and 23 in the game. Miller brings it up court a little slower this time. Meyer with the ball. Back out to Fuller at the top.
Winterset really not extending any pressure, not overplaying passing lanes at this point, just kind of letting the Blue Jays play offense. Showing a little bit of patience themselves.
Reba had it tipped away. It ends up in the hands of Miller.
Yeah, they're trying to keep it away from
Meyer under the hoop. Meyer's layup is no good. Lappy gets it, and her layup is good.
Yep. Kate to the rescue there. 25 on the night for her.
Young gets it into Carter. Carter shot is good. Avoid the foul by Steenhoek, which is
and that's
also
okay.
good.
And that's okay.
Challenge, but don't make the foul because, like you said, you want the clock to keep going.
Yep.
We're under 2.5 minutes. You still got a double-digit lead. If you're scoring on your end, it's hard to catch up. Steenhoek gets the ball inside, and that's going to foul out Lauren Carter.
And really nice patience there by Peyton Meyer. She could have panicked. She could have worried about a 5-second call. She waited for the defense to clear, found her teammate. Chesney Steenhoek underneath the basket, and Chesney with the nice finish and fouling out the first of what might be a couple other Huskies.
Reagan Cougs in for the Huskies.
Now.
Chesney's free throw off the rim, no good. Fuller gets the rebound, shot no good. Lappy gets the rebound. Her shot is also no good, but she's fouled.
Too many second chances. Coach Ariel Olson is working hard over there. She is working hard. She wants to see these girls bring this game home.
Lappy's first free throw is good.
Just another ho-hum 26 for Kate.
Hits them both.
She's the Keegan Murray, had 30 points last night. You wouldn't have known.
Well, somebody else was doing something too. Young loses that ball to Miller. Miller gets it over to Steenhoek, over to Lappy. Lappy, and they're going to call Jenna Young on the block.
And Mia had Peyton Meyer ahead for what could have been a layup, but she made the really good choice of keeping the ball in her hands. Again, making sure you get something high percentage at this state. Winterset's going to take another timeout here at the 2-minute mark, just under 2.
I mean, we did say we wanted the clock to keep going, but you feel better when it's your team on the line.
Absolutely. Now you just got to knock them down.
I think I've got Lappy with at least 13 rebounds tonight to go with her 27 points. Mia's got her 17 points, and I'm assuming definitely double-digit assists.
Yeah.
I don't know how she could not have double-digit assists. Chesney keeps just ticking up her points, so she's up to 7, along with about probably 5 rebounds.
Yeah, and missing a good chunk of action there from the middle of the first to the middle of the second quarter.
Yeah.
So now it's all about the finish.
Lappy's got her 2 shots at the line. Lappy, Steenhoek, Fuller, Meyer, and Miller on the court for the Blue Jays. First free throw, no good. I'm telling somebody, maybe one of the fans, to stop what they're saying. I don't know. Second one is good. Darling, Young, Stover, Kleemeyer, and Coobs. Stover from way downtown, no good. Steenhoek skies for the ball, and that's going to call a jump ball, which is okay. It's going to be a Blue Jay ball. Now you get a little bit of that press. Miller.
Mia, that's sloppy. She knows that too.
Stover intercepts that pass. Young thinking about the 3, drives, dump off pass to Darling. Now Stover, Kleemeyer at the top. Driving. Back out to Young for 3, and does not get the roll. Steenhoek and Lappy fighting for the rebound. Hand off to Miller. Miller with a little hesitation step.
Looking like Curly Neal from the Globetrotters out there.
And Blue Jays going to call a timeout. Looks like maybe that timeout was to make sure you got your seniors back in there. Lauren Osborne and Annika Dearden coming in for the Blue Jays.
Might have 5 seniors on the floor and an opportunity to get them all off and get them a hand too.
So your seniors that will celebrate at the end of this game, it'll be Mia Miller, Reba Fuller, Lauren Osborne, Annika Dearden, and Caitlin Lappy, along with Delaney Moore, team manager. So we'll...
And the genius that I was when I coached these girls, helped coach these girls as 5th and 6th graders is all 6 of those girls except one was on our team.
Okay.
The leading scorer in the state in Class 4A, Caitlin. So, Kate, I'm sorry.
Was it you? Did she not want to be around you?
Probably. Yeah. Just. It's a little bit about the kids, you know. And at the time, we didn't know Kate as well. She's turned out okay, probably because I didn't coach her at any point in her life.
Miller with the ball over to Dearden.
5 seniors in the game right now.
Dearden feeds Lappy. Lappy layup is good. And I'm not sure if Lappy's cramping up.
Looks like she's hurting a little bit there, doesn't she?
They want Delaney. I'm not sure Delaney can go in, guys. But that's nice of you.
And we're going to get...
I think we're going to get Mia and Lappy out. Well, we're going to get Lappy out first. Chesney's going to come in for her. So a big round of applause for Kate Lappy and her 30 points.
Our fans need to be on their feet. I mean, if this is the last time you're going to see Kate Lappy in a regular season game, you got to show her the love.
And then I think we're going to bring out Mia Miller here in a second, and we'll have Green go in for her. That's my guess. Mia out to Dearden. Dearden pull up 2. No good. Steenhook fighting for the rebound. Dearden ends up with it. Miller now. And Coach Anderson's going to call his other timeout to pull Mia out of the game. Hannah Green going to come in. 25 seconds remaining. Good time to celebrate some seniors. And now
I love it. That's class act by Coach Anderson, too.
Peyton's going to go get ready to check in to pull out Reba. Dearden into Steenhook. Steenhook for 2.
Chesney with a nice second half.
Ashlyn Devine bringing the ball up the court. Now Summer Little with the ball. Shot attempt by Olivia Boyle is no good. And that's going to bring us to the end of the ball game. 65-46. Blue Jays take the victory on this final home game of Raccoon River Conference play for the girls basketball team.
Yeah, got a little hairy scary there in the fourth quarter, but I think Winterset had cut it to 10 with about 4 minutes to go. But Blue Jays regrouped. Knocked their free throws down, got a couple of shots in the lane, and head into tournament play with some nice momentum, feeling good about themselves, avenging an earlier season loss. All positives as we hit the tournament trail.
So I've got the Huskies being led in scoring by Jenna Young with 23, along with 9 from Avery Darling. Reagan Coobs had 6 in the first half and stayed there. Lauren Carter with 3. Bridget Stover with 2. Jaya Kleemeyer hit a 3. And for the Blue Jays, they were led in scoring by Kate Lappy with 30 points, followed by Mia Miller with 17. You had 8 from Chesney Steenhook, 5 from Hannah Green, 2 from Peyton Meyer, and 2 from Reba Fuller. As we go into this post game, one more thank you to Bird's Nest for sponsoring the broadcast of this. Obviously, we'll be here for the Varsity boys game as well. But our other sponsor that we have, which we won't have the logo pop up because I don't know if I have that ability to, and I'm not perfect. But Legacy Bank sponsors the Legacy Bank Player of the Game, and tonight I think you have to make it Players of the Game. Kate Lappy and Mia Miller obviously had pretty strong career, but both, I think, double-doubles tonight for Kate with points and rebounds, Mia with points and assists. Really, led this team all season, but tonight specifically, and to a big victory.
Well, Patrick, those two were not going to let their team lose tonight. I mean, those are Blue Jays right there, and really proud of those kids. All 6 of those seniors have given a lot of time and love and energy towards basketball. It's going to be neat to see them honored here. I get a little emotional because I've got a kid in that class that's good friends with all those girls. Just really outstanding from both of them tonight. Again, they weren't going to let their team get beat. They weren't going to be denied. Rebecca, great defense tonight on Young for a good portion of the game. She decided to go crazy from the free throw line, but
so
I'll shut up right
Legacy
now.
Bank players of the game,
Mia
Miller, Kate Lappy. Legacy Bank, building legacies one play at a time. We're going to give you the overhead audio and hope you can hear it for senior night. So enjoy.
Basketball, track, and rugby. Following high school, she plans to attend a 4-year college and major in human sciences. Senior Rebecca Fuller. Next up is senior Kate Lappy. Kate is the daughter of Jared and Catherine Lappy. While in high school, she has participated in basketball, softball, track, FCA, and in chess and student council. Following high school, she plans to attend UNI to play softball and major in accounting. Senior Kate Lappy. Next is senior Mia Miller. Mia is the daughter of Matt Miller and Holly and Jeff Schneider. While in high school, she has participated in basketball, softball, soccer, and AHS. Following high school, she plans to attend the University of Dubuque to continue her basketball career and major in psychology. Senior Mia Miller. Next is senior Lauren Osborne. Lauren is the daughter of Rick and Terry Osborne. While in high school, she has participated in basketball, softball, select choir, FCA, NHS, DECA, A, honor roll, and youth group. Following high school, she plans to attend a 4-year college or university to major in business. Senior Lauren Osborne. Next is senior Delaney Moore. Delaney is the daughter of Jennifer and Greg Moore. While in high school, she has participated in basketball, managing, softball, band, FCA, is the DECA officer and NHS resident. While following high school, she plans to attend the University of Iowa to major in either marketing or business administration with a minor in accounting. Senior Delaney Moore. Let's hear it one more time for our 2022 Girls Basketball Speakers.
Welcome back to the final game of the night here in Bondurant between the boys Winterset Huskies and the Bondurant Farrar Bluejays in a game that essentially determines who shares the conference title with Ballard, as the Bombers finished 12-4 on the season in conference, and both the Huskies and Bluejays sit at 11-4. Bluejays have defeated the Huskies once already this year down in Winterset.
Yeah, early season matchup. Both teams coming off deep runs in the football playoffs. Winterset advanced clear to the semifinals. The Blue Jays knocked out in the quarterfinals by Waverly Shell Rock. And those early season games, never a true test. This is the time of year when you want to be playing your best. Both teams are coming in, hot teams. And really, there's a reason why they're both playing for a conference championship tonight, because of what they've done throughout the season.
We'll step into starting lineups here. For the Huskies, you're going to see number 0, Levi Gurwell, a senior guard. Number 2, Dawson Forgy, a senior guard. Number 10, Braden Dinkla, a junior guard. Number 31, Blake Bellamy, a senior forward. Number 35, Blake Furing, a junior forward. And for your Blue Jays, you're going to have number 3, Trey McDowell, senior guard. Number 4, Colby Collison, junior forward. Number 5, Nolan Meyer, senior guard. Number 10, Jackson Freed, junior guard. And number 34, Everett White, senior forward. Blue Jays are coming off a big win Tuesday night up at North Polk that they kind of kept the hammer on them the whole time and looking to play a similar type of game tonight.
Yeah. This is, as a coach, as a player, these are the games you live for. So, it means something. It means something going into postseason, but it means something to have that trophy historically in that trophy case that says, hey, we won the 2021-22 Raccoon River Conference Basketball Championship. So talked to Coach Evans a little bit earlier today. If you can't get up for a game like this, there's not any game you can get up for. This is going to be a fast-paced game. You're going to see a lot of three-pointers shot. You know, the Blue Jays are a great three-point shooting team with over 300 attempts this year, shooting at almost a 39% clip. Winterset has shot 445 threes on the year, so 50% more than the Blue Jays have, and they shoot at almost a 37% clip. So I know Coach Evans has really put an emphasis on driving to the basket, getting kickouts for threes, and scoring and getting to the free throw line as well. So really I think the team that is successful there and can find that three-point shot early and often is going to walk out of here with a share of the Raccoon River Conference Championship.
Braden Dinkla might be the key to the Huskies team. He's in the top like 2 or 3 in 4A in assists at almost 7 per game and has 3 steals a game, which is right up there as well. Just hard to get around that. You got to control the ball along the way.
Creates havoc.
Go ahead. Sorry.
He creates a lot of havoc.
Freed and Bellamy with a tip. Freed ended up winning that tip. McDowell with the ball. Over to Meyer.
2-3 zone. I got to say, I think this plays into the Blue Jays' hands. I haven't seen Winterset's 2-3 zone this year. I don't know how good it is, but for a perimeter shooting team, it makes you just a little more comfortable.
Everett White starting out in the post. Over to Meyer now. McDowell driving. Kicks it out to Meyer.
Good patience early on. 40-second possession so
Collison
far.
at the free throw line. Collison now. A lot of action there. No foul called.
There's Dinkla with the steal.
That was Dinkla, yep. Forgy with the ball. Out to Dinkla. Now Bellamy. Gurwell back to Forgy. Furing driving to the hoop on Freed. Freed gets the block. Comes away with the ball.
Looks like a volleyball block.
Meyer out to McDowell at the top. Freed going to pull for 3. Off the rim, no good. Forgy gets the rebound, and they're going to call Collison on a foul there.
Yeah, I was just going to say, sometimes you see the boys' game and the girls' game called a little bit differently, maybe a little more physicality in the boys' game. But that was just a rebound challenge foul. I mean, you could call that every possession.
Shot no good there by Dinkla. White's able to chase it down. Bellamy ends up having to go off his foot. Okay, she changed her call. She's having trouble with which direction she wants to point.
Some people are directionally challenged. Like my wife.
I don't know. You want to go down this road.
Thank you, Patrick. You're also an excellent marriage counselor. Great high-to-low look from Collison to Everett White there.
White's been creeping back and forth across the lane, and they aren't necessarily seeing him, and I understand why because of the three-point weapons outside. But Meyer, good job stepping in to take away that pass. White's going to kick it over to Collison. Collison to McDowell at the free throw line. 2-point attempt. Off the rim, no good. Bellamy with the rebound. Dinkla ahead to Forgy. Now Bellamy. Dinkla looking to use that Fuhring screen. Good job getting around it by Freed. Gurwell looking to use the screen himself. Pull up, dump off past Dinkla. Dinkla kicks it over to Bellamy. Bellamy shot. Partially blocked by Freed.
Jackson Freed has contested 3 shots, a couple of blocks to show for it so far.
McDowell back out to Meyer. Meyer to Collison for 3. Off the rim, no good. For you with the rebound.
Good look. Couple of good looks from 3 there, just not getting anything to go yet. That's a 2 if it goes in. That's a 2.
That's a 2. Okay, they called it. I agree with you. I just wasn't sure if they were going to call it that.
Yeah. Little three-quarter court pressure from Winterset, looking to trap a half court.
Freed dump off pass to Collison, lay in, no good. Gets his own rebound, put back good, and the foul on Fuhring.
Now, does he get an assist, an offensive rebound, and a bucket on that, Colby?
I don't think he can get his own assist, but I don't keep assist stats up here typically unless, you do 10 of them in a row.
I think I know the answer to that, and it is no.
But you can count it if you want.
I will. That's a Moses Malone play. Another old man reference there. Getting the offensive rebound and the putback, getting yourself to the free throw line.
You should try to keep your references to people who played while these kids were alive, I think.
I don't know any of those guys. Nice assist there from
Fuhring with the 2. Tim Duncan would have played while these guys were alive.
Yeah, they were still drinking from a bottle or a sippy cup then.
Freed kicks it out to McDowell for 3. Off the rim, no good. Volleyball tip out. Freed's going to come away with the ball. Back over to McDowell. McDowell kicks it over to White for 3. Good. If you had your money on Everett to have the first three-pointer of the game, well, I don't believe you.
Yeah, and you get one from your top 2.
Gurwell from way down, no good. Collison going to let that go out of bounds. Blue Jay ball.
This is a Blue Jay team that's just playing with a ton of confidence. They absolutely boat raced Knoxville last night. Solid pull away at the end win against North Polk on Tuesday. You just see them rounding into great action. Just hope that they can sustain that level of confidence and tough play here throughout this game with a very, very good Winterset team.
Titus Cram into the game for Nolan Meyer. And Nathan Avery in for the Huskies. Cram over to Freed. Now Cram loses his dribble. Out top to McDowell. Over to Collison into the corner for 3. Off the back, no good.
Great pass by Trey McDowell over to an open Colby Collison in the corner. And Colby keeps getting open threes like that. He's going to start making Winterset
He's
pay.
shooting 43% on the season from 3. So Charlie McDonald getting ready to come in for the Huskies. Gurwell with the little spin move. Dinkla from deep and hits the 3.
I'm not sure if we got a technical foul from the bench.
I think he's saying that we called a timeout. No? Technical. For what?
Technical foul on the bench, and I don't think they pointed at Coach Evans. I think they pointed at one of the assistants. I'm not sure which one.
So Gurwell going to the line.
Chance for what could be about a 7-point play. I completely missed.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
And Coach Evans needs to keep himself in the game here. Coach Wiersma's reminding him that we need him in the game just as much as we need any of our players, but he is shedding the code early.
That was Gurwell that took those free throws, right?
Yep.
All right. Dinkla from deep and gets the bounce.
And the palms up. I like seeing guys play with emotion, but that's a little. That's his first one. Second one, I guess.
Freed with the ball under the paint. Nowhere to go. Rebound, Avery. Dinkla now with the ball. Over to Forgy, now Gurwell. Gurwell driving, dump off pass to Forgy, blocked by Jackson. Freed again. Collison gets the ball.
Freed might set a school record for blocks in the first quarter.
Cram, dump off to White. Up, no good. White gets the rebound, feeds over to Collison. Now for McDowell for three. Off the rim, no good. McDonald with the rebound.
Oh, he can't leave him that open.
And they're going to get the foul, stepping into that. Dinkla's going to go to the line for three.
I think they're going to call that on the floor after the shot and out of bounds. And
oh, okay.
That's a tough call, but I kind of agree with it. I mean, that's a point of emphasis in the college game. It's a point of emphasis in the high school game, is to give that shooter an opportunity to come down. And I think that did not happen.
Eli Adkins coming into the game for the Huskies.
Is there a little energy in this gym right now?
A little bit. Forgy with the inbound. Over to Avery. Back to Forgy. Dinkla pulls up. Off the front of the rim. No good. Collison gets the rebound.
His palms aren't up right now.
Freed in the corner. Passes it up, gives it to Collison. Ends up in the hands of White. He puts it in and fouled.
Everett White is at the right place at the right time, but you do that because you hustle. You do that because you keep your head in the game. He's going to be coming out if he makes this free throw, but just a great, great start for Everett White. 7 points, chance to get his 8th, which is by far and away most of the points for the Blue Jays at this point.
Reed Falsgraf coming in for Trey McDowell. White's free throw is good. And as you suspected, he's going to be taking a trip to the bench now, and Toby Bergeron's going to come in.
And I don't think Everett has a foul yet either.
Why'd you say that?
Well, it's early.
Blake Fuhring into the game for the Huskies. Pull up, 2-point attempt, no good. Falsgraf gets the rebound. Turnover Huskies. Adkins over to Dinkla. Dinkla.
Couple of sloppy plays, both teams exchanging.
Into the hands of Collison. Now Bergeron, 3-point attempt, and it's good. Toby Bergeron coming in off the bench, making himself seen.
That's big. Got 11 points out of your 5 guys right now.
38 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Adkins. Now Fuhring at the top. Back to Adkins. Deep shot off the rim, no good. Collison gets another rebound.
One shot. I think we're going to play for one.
18 seconds. Pfaltzgraff bringing it up court, slows it down, gets it over to Cram.
Winterset's going to stay in that zone.
Now Cram with the ball. They called a charge while the guy was in the air.
I think she just called it off, out of bounds off of Titus is what she called.
Oh, okay. I'm not crazy, right? She made a charge signal to start with?
Well, she kind of animated pointing the other way.
Gurwell, three-point attempt off the front of the rim, no good. I think Adkins' shot attempt might have counted, but it was no good as well. So we're going to go into the end of the first quarter. Blue Jays up 14-12, led by 8 points from Everett White. 2 fouls apiece. And kind of what you were expecting here in this game. It's, a lot on the line. And
I don't think emotions have peaked yet.
No.
I think the action is going to get faster and furious. I think that technical foul, that mystery T, and we'll find out more about that after the game. Our listeners and viewers may not hear more about it, but that just seemed to kind of amp the energy up. That's threw a little gas on the fire.
Yeah.
It allowed Winterset to get out to about a 3 or 4 point lead, but the Blue Jays came storming back. Some big hustle plays from Everett White, and then a big three coming right off the bench from Toby Bergeron. So that position accounting for 11 of the Blue Jays' 14 points so far. And again,
if you are a BC Moore fan for high school rankings in 3A in Iowa, Bondurant's number 4 and Winterset's number 7. That doesn't match with the polls, but BC Moore is usually more accurate anyway.
Yeah.
McDonald with the ball, loses it out of bounds off his own dribble. Carter Sandy snuck into the game for the Blue Jays. I didn't see him.
Yep, he came in.
He's just a little guy. He's hard to see sometimes.
Yeah, he is. Like small as a mouse.
So Pfaltzgraff, Collison, Bergeron, Sandy, and Cram on the court for the Blue Jays.
Toby looking confident, like he wants the ball, ready to pull from 3.
Cram in the corner with it.
A little stagnant on offense right now. Need to keep the ball moving.
It's kind of a different rotation than what we're used to seeing, though, too. I mean, very rare that you've seen these 5 on the court, if at all.
4 bench guys. And
Cram making himself look like an athlete. Just goes around a guy and lays that in.
But four guys off the bench with Colby.
Though, this can be some real quality minutes if you can make that work. Good lay-in from Levi Gurwell. I thought Bergeron was going to get high enough to catch that, but double team on Collison. Pfaltzgraff now with the ball. Cross court, Sandy to Bergeron. Drive, floater, off the rim. No good. Gets his own rebound, and he's fouled on a shot attempt by Nathan Avery.
Yep, Avery just kind of got a hold of his arm. Good to see Toby aggressive. A little short on the teardrop there, but got his own offensive rebound. Kind of had to battle through Titus, but drew the foul. Go to the line. Good shooter, number 33.
Off the back of the rim.
I got to stop saying stuff
you do.
like that.
All right, so Blue Jays making some wholesale changes now. Meyer, Freed, McDowell coming in. Pfaltzgraff, Cram, and Collison to the bench. Forgy, Gurwell, McDonald, Furing, and Maddox Weeks.
There we go.
On the court for the Huskies. Weeks with the ball over to Forgy. Furing. Now to Weeks. Gurwell driving baseline, pull back. Forgy, ball rotation's really good over to McDonald for 3. No good. McDowell gets the rebound. Meyer with it. McDowell inside the 3-point line. Cross to Freed, got a hand on it. Gurwell driving to the basket. Meyer with a good challenge, but Gurwell's able to convert for his 6th point.
Gurwell's pretty nifty, 16 points a game scorer, and good body control hanging there.
Sandy going baseline, and they're going to get a foul called on Furing.
Carter and Toby Bergeron just really giving some great minutes right now. Both ends of the court defensively, and then just some aggressive play. You know, what you want to see from your seniors as they're winding down their career.
Sandy short on the first one.
Great minutes from Toby there.
Sandy coming with the second shot. And that one's good. And now he's going to come out. Collison in. So McDowell, Collison, Meyer, White, and Freed, the starters back on the court for the Blue Jays. Forgy, Gerwell, Dinkla, Bellamy, and McDonald on the court for the Huskies. Gerwell steps in front of McDonald to take that pass.
Both teams are back to their starters, maybe?
No, McDonald wasn't the starter, but 4 out of 5.
Gerwell's a problem.
Freed passed up to 3. Feeds Everett inside. Tried to get the ball to Colby, but Bellamy did a good job stepping in front of that one. Dinkla to Gerwell. Gerwell for 3. Off the rim, no good. McDowell gets the rebound.
That's a tough shot. That's not a high percentage shot when you're being contested.
Meyer now gets the drop and the foul.
That's a home bounce there, a little home roll.
I don't know, Dinkla got that the other way earlier.
True.
That foul is Bellamy's first. Meyer to the line for 1.
And that's the kind of play Nolan Meyer's going to have to make against this zone is the dribble penetration, get that little teardrop, little pull-up shot or dish for a layup. That's what he can bring offensively.
Off the rim, no good. Bellamy gets that rebound. Dinkla pushing up court. McDonald now over to Forgy. Gerwell thought about that deep 3 again. Pull up 2 is good. That's 10 points for Levi Gerwell already. Meyer with it. Over to McDowell. To Collison at the free throw line. Pump fake goes up. Has it blocked. And Bellamy comes away with it.
Colby might have taken a little excessive contact there.
Forgy now. Out to Dinkla. Dinkla back to Forgy for 3. Off the rim, no good. Everett White with the rebound.
Winterset getting some looks, just not able to finish those off, and kind of could say the same thing on this end too. A lot of that has to do with good defense, shooting under pressure.
McDowell for 3 off the front of the rim, no good. Dinkla gets the rebound ahead to McDonald. McDonald tries to alley-oop and gets it to Gerwell for a little slam dunk action. Collison in the corner, 3:33 on the clock in the second quarter. Collison for 3, off the rim, no good. And they're going to say off Meyer. Husky ball.
It's a pretty impressive vertical there.
Huskies ahead 22-20. Yeah, I don't have that anymore.
That gets the Winterset crowd fired up. Let's see what kind of answer the Blue Jays can come back with here. I'm going to dig in and play some D.
Gerwell driving to the hoop. Layup off the rim, no good. Freed's able to take that ball away. Just caught a little too much of the rim for Bellamy to be able to keep it. Collison over to White. And they're going to get the foul before the travel.
And I think Everett didn't need to put the ball on the floor there. You know, he kind of used that dribble to gather his momentum. Probably could have just went straight up and scored. He's got himself a couple of free throws here, though.
Forgy's first foul on the game. White's first one is off the back of the rim. Cram and Falsgraf coming in for the Blue Jays. McDowell and Meyer coming out. Forgy creeping away like he's ready for a fast break. White's second one is good. McDonald into Gurwell. Forgy over on the side. Gurwell for three. In and out, no good. Cram tips it to Collison. Collison coming up court, over to White. Oop. To Cram, back to White. Freed. Free throw line, has it blocked into White's hands. White up and good. Everett's putting in some work down low.
Yeah. It's kind of a helter-skelter possession there, and fortunate to come out of that with the bucket.
Dinkler with the dump-off pass to Bellamy. Forgy for three. In and out, no good. Dinkler gets the rebound. Gurwell over to Forgy again. Off the rim, no good. Falsgraf skies for that rebound.
From Reed Falsgraf.
Good control. Freed for three.
Long.
Off the rim, no good. Everett White with the rebound. Collison for three. Off the rim, no good. Falsgraf now does a good stop, and Bellamy climbs his back. Forgy wants to travel, but that's not how that gets called.
Oh, goodness. These games are so much fun, Patrick. I'm watching the Winterset bench and thinking, I don't know what we did to earn our technical foul, but their head coach is he's working for one too. Reed's got to knock that free throw down.
McDonald gets the rebound. What's on the court?
We got something wet on the floor.
A Gatorade bottle flew out apparently.
Going to send both teams to the bench, kind of an official's timeout here. Bluejays kind of weathered that alley-oop dunk.
I think that bottle might have been under Coach Evans' chair.
But they kind of weathered that alley-oop dunk, a little momentum for Winterset.
Yeah.
Everett White, people are getting their money's worth watching him tonight with the hustle plays. The offensive rebounds. He's hit a three. He's gone to the free throw line and made a couple of free throws, showing his value to the team and staying out of foul trouble too, Patrick.
So far, so good on that front.
Well, and I think that goes to show what value he brings to his team when he's not in foul trouble. I mean, you kind of live with that a little bit with a player like Everett, just the hustle and the enthusiasm that he plays with. He's going to pick up a cheap foul or two every night, but if he can kind of temper that and keep himself just a little bit under control and out of foul trouble, when he's on the court, his team just benefits greatly, as example by tonight.
We got Mr. Sweeney out there trying to dry up the court.
That's why he's the best AD in the state of Iowa right there. Along with all the other great things he does.
That's a recognizable name down in Winterset as well with that Sweeney name. I think they have a coach there, maybe football. I don't know.
He's okay too, but I'll take the brother that works at Bondurant. He's the real MVP. There's a Kevin Durant reference. That's a guy that plays right now, right?
Well, no, he's injured right now, I think. But, I mean, he's in the league now.
Yes, yeah. He's not Moses Malone, Stockton.
Donald for three. No good. Falsgraf tips that away. Cram ends up with the rebound. Falsgraf now. Cross court to Freed. Now White. Gurwell's able to take that pass away. McDonald brings it back out to Gurwell. Gurwell with Cram on him. Throws it up. Goes down hard. Shot's no good. He's going to the line, and that foul is on Everett. Or is it?
No,
Falsgraf. Okay.
Yeah. Kind of got bailed. Gurwell kind of got bailed out there with a little bit wild and out of control going into the lane. Front
one's off the rim. No good. Yeah, Fuhring and Avery coming in. Bellamy and McDonald to the bench for the Huskies.
Both teams go about 9 deep.
Second one is good for Levi Gurwell. Falstaff to Cram. Cram up to Freed, now to Collison. Collison driving, turnaround up, no good. Cram had it, but Avery's able to take it away. Gurwell's leaping ahead. And
oh my goodness.
They're going to call Falstaff on the foul.
Yeah. I mean, Gurwell really kind of threw himself
into that. I mean, I guess, is that same deal about giving him room to land?
I suppose. And Reed did kind of slip and fall underneath him, but kind of slipped and fell away from him.
Yeah.
And
he might have been out of control, but he ended up coming into the direction where the other guy was.
In full disclosure, I'll say it again, I'm a homer. But Gurwell knocks the free throw down to put the Huskies back up by 1.
Minute 14 left in the half. Gurwell's second one is good to give him 15 in the first half. Cram into Collison.
Pretty tough pressure look. Winterset there. They play hard.
White to Collison for 3. Good.
There we go. Got to get that guy going.
Blue Jays up 26-25, under a minute and a half.
See if we can get a stop here, make them work some time off, and then get a last possession. Almost like a carry there.
Dinklage shot, no good. McDowell with the rebound.
Too early to go for one shot. Assistant coach Peyton Ridgway kind of tapped Coach Evans on the shoulder there. Yeah.
Gonna get White on that.
Just got himself in a little bit of a hurry.
Yeah. Now Fuhring's getting sent to the bench. I don't know if he's got a nosebleed or something like that. So Charlie McDonald coming back in. They aren't exactly doing anything, so I'm not sure why he came out. But the official looked at him and said he needed to come out. 32 seconds.
They are going to play for one.
Dinkler with the ball. Freed going to come out on him. Uh, 15 seconds now. Student section letting him know about his last shot for 35 seconds straight, apparently. Gurwell, step back 3. No good. McDowell comes away with a 3, 2, 1. Cram is good. All right, Titus.
That was the finger roll.
That was the finger roll.
That was like the Iceman.
There you go. Durbin. It's still way too old, but it works. I saw him up ahead like that, and I thought he doesn't have time to go for the dunk, but I think he's going to anyway. And he saw it better than I did.
Yeah, absolutely got it off in time. There's no replay necessary.
No, but not that you could replay it anyway. But
couldn't have had a better end of the half there for the Blue Jays, and kind of capturing some of that momentum back that Winterset had taken control of with the momentum right in the middle of the second quarter with that alley-oop play that resulted in the dunk. But 28-25 is the halftime lead. We're going to step out here for a little bit, Patrick.
Although we're going to celebrate the bowling team. So we'll leave audio on, but we'll step away. How about that? hopefully you enjoyed the halftime musings of the Bondurant for our Blue Jay pep band.
What's not to like about our pep band, Director Braden Whipperman?
Mr. Cat in the Hat.
Yeah, and we got Mr. Vandahar over there, because everybody loves the band, so he's making sure that he says, hey, everybody, I'm with the band. He's kind of a groupie.
Well, I've heard that, but also I think we recognize the bowling team. I know we recognize the bowling team. Isn't he a bowling coach?
Yes, he is.
So he might be sneaking in to
champions.
be a part of the bowling team tonight. Blue Jays starting out with the ball out of half.
See what adjustments both teams here. Winterset still in their 2-3 zone, very active, getting out in a little bit of a pressure look on made baskets too. We'll see if they come back with that. Seem to kind of slow the Blue Jays down a little bit.
Collison drive, pull up 2 off the rim, no good. Bellamy with the rebound.
Colby forcing the issue just a little bit there.
And that was Fuhring with the turnaround lay-in for 2. And Dinkla with the steal, but missed his layup. And Collison gets the rebound and is fouled by Dinkla.
Marking on my score sheet and missed all the action there.
Yeah. Just a little lazy pass on the way in, and Dinkla was ready to do something about it.
Yep.
So. Collison to Freed. Steps in. Back over to McDowell. McDowell pull up 3. Off the rim, no good. Nolan Meyer skies for the rebound.
All-State wide receiver there.
You're in good hands with All-State. Pull up 2. Actually, that was a pass to Jackson Freed. I would have thought he got fouled on that, but.
Yeah, it looked like he kind of had his hand held down there, and then the ball bounced off Jackson Freed's foot, went out of bounds.
That's not the way the officials saw it, and it's a Husky ball.
Jackson very active on the defensive end, but scoreless, and be pretty important to get him going here.
Gurwell with the ball. Meyer stays in front of him. Now over to Dinkla.
Good job by Nolan Meyer.
Dinkla spin move lay-in, and good. Meyer with the ball. Back out to McDowell. Meyer sees Freed on the other side, looking to try to way to get it out there, but McDowell free throw line and just a little behind Collison, out of bounds.
Jackson Freed kind of standing over there wanting the reversal, and Trey kept it on that side of the court. Colby just couldn't quite handle that pass.
Gurwell with Meyer on him. Short on the shot. Dinkla with the rebound putback.
Dinkla kind of coming out and asserting himself. Coach Evans is going to take a timeout before things get away a little bit here. Had a 3-point lead at half. Winterset's come out and scored the first 6 points of the second half, and just want to get his team to regroup. Have not really had a good offensive possession, had a good look here in the first couple minutes of the second half. So maybe going to drop something. I would think it needs to involve Colby Collison or Jackson Freed. Yeah. Jackson again coming into the game, second leading scorer, just under 13 points a game. Of course, Colby averaging over 18 a game, and neither one of those guys have really gotten going yet. Colby was 6, but Jackson scoreless. Probably about 5 block shots to show for his effort tonight. Real solid on the defensive end. So let's see if one of those two guys get involved here on the call after the timeout. Coach Evans usually really, really good after timeouts, after quarters.
Blue Jays have McDowell, Meyer, Freed, Collison, and White on the court. Their starters for the Huskies: Bellamy, Dinkla, Forgy, Gurwell, and Fuhring, their starters as well.
Band is sticking around. Sometimes they skedaddle after the half, but they're
we're not like some of those other teams in conference. Our band's here for the party. Meyer to McDowell. Back over to Meyer. Now Freed.
Now the zone seems to be giving the Blue Jays some problems. Just real active
Myers shot no good. Rebound Bellamy.
They look to push and they look to shoot threes.
Forgy to Dinkler. Back to Forgy with the ball. Fuhring coming around, trying to back down Freed. His shot's up and no good. White with the rebound.
Jackson Freed showing some good length there.
Freed for three, off the rim, no good. Fuhring with the rebound. Dinkler ahead to Bellamy. Bellamy underneath, over to Gurwell. Gurwell drives, pull up, and they're going to get Jackson on the foul.
I think he might have just come across his elbow a little bit.
First foul on Freed.
Does Bellamy have a brother?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, then they'd be the Bellamy brothers. So there's another. I'm sorry, Patrick. I'll stop. It's serious now.
Gurwell's shot is no good. I think you had him on that one too.
I know. He heard me. I did that with. There was some intention behind doing that. Titus is going to check in. Let's see if Titus can give us a little bit of a boost on the defensive end, maybe turn some defense into offense.
Gurwell hits the second. McDowell bringing it up court. 4:30 on the clock in the third. Graham driving to the hoop. Layup, left hand. Doesn't get the roll. Jackson Freed with the putback and the foul.
Great putback by Jackson. First bucket of the second half for the Blue Jays is going to put him to the free throw line. Sometimes those three-point shooters, and Jackson is a great free throw or three-point shooter. Sometimes getting that layup, maybe shooting a free throw, can get you going a little bit, get you in a rhythm.
Free throw doesn't go for him. Fuhring gets the rebound.
Now he's kind of felt the ball, and let's see if that might result in a couple of threes.
Dinkler drives, shot up, no good. Tipped, and they're going to say off of Blue Jay, staying Husky ball. Odds were it was off of Blue Jay since there were three of them there.
Yeah.
Nathan Avery coming in. Blake Bellamy going to the bench.
Dinkler and Gurley, good pair of guards. As good a pair of guards as we've seen this year.
Gurwell's shot, no good. Collison gets the rebound. And now it's loose ball. Collison comes away with it, and after a little bit of hesitation, it's a jump ball.
Yeah, and I don't know if there was a tie up there, but that's probably a good safe call from the official just to kind of keep things from getting a little crazy. I don't know if Colby ever lost possession of that ball.
Avery with it. Cross court to Forgy. Forgy drives. And they're going to call the. No, he's calling yep. She is calling travel. Okay.
Yep. There was some contact there.
Yeah.
But
I was watching the official under the hoop. It looked like he was ready to call a foul. 3:45 in the third.
And he deferred to the official that was closer to the play.
Seems logical. Freed into White. White going baseline. And they're going to say he stepped on the line. And the Blue Jay bench is saying, do you know that the line is not out?
Yeah, the student section didn't care for that call. It is the black.
It is confusing because there's a gray line there. Dinkler for three, off the rim, no good, into the hands of Everett White. Now over to McDowell. Freed with it. Over to McDowell, now Cram. Oh, Miss Colby open in the corner. Kicks it out now, and Dinkler skies for that rebound. Or not rebound, but
loose ball.
Loose ball, that's a better term for it. And then throws it right to Collison.
Colby's going to attack here.
And he makes a little spin move, circle button, 2-point bucket. Fuhring cross court to Avery. Now Dinkler. Then back to Fuhring. Fuhring gets the 2-point shot.
Now we're seeing a little pace to this game.
McDowell to Freed. Back to McDowell. Freed feeds Cram at the free throw line. Tried to go back to Freed before he got a hand in there and knocked it out of bounds.
Yeah, hard to throw a pass kind of backwards.
Yeah.
Titus maybe needed to square himself up in that high post area to make that pass.
Charlie McDonald and Blake Fearing out for the Huskies. McDowell gets it out to Collison at the top of the key. Now Jackson over at the corner, coming back out top. McDowell to Collison. Freed drives, pulls it back out, gives it to Cram. Now Freed in the corner, pull up 2, and gets the fade.
There we go. Jackson showing him another side of his game, ties it up at 34.
And then throws it to Freed. Freed, layup good.
That's a heck of a play.
A little bit of press catching him off guard. Cram went for it and they had it tipped away. What way are they going to say? They're going to say Blue Jay ball. Cram hustle play, had it tipped off Gurwell, Blue Jay ball. Falscraft coming in, Titus going out. Huge momentum swing opportunity.
Winterset's going to take a timeout.
So 1:35 remaining in the third. Blue Jays back on top 36-34 off that pressure defense.
Yeah, and we talked in the girls' game about how important it is to start that second half, to really come out. And the Blue Jays, frankly, didn't. They were pretty much bucketless for about the first 2 or 3 minutes. Kind of stayed on that 2 or 4 point. Couple of buckets there early, but then a little flurry of scoring there. And Jackson Freed, 6 quick points after we just had said we need to see him get a little more involved, and he's doing it with his defense.
His length has been huge so far. I mean, between the blocks in the first half and then the steals and tips and just a lot of redirection. Some of that stuff doesn't show up in the stat sheet, but it's definitely making a difference. But getting those points on the board for one of your leading scorers is a big deal too.
Yeah, and again, Jackson, a young player, sometimes a junior, but first year of real varsity experience.
Real heavy minutes, yeah.
Sometimes those guys don't know that things aren't going well or going right. They just stick with it, and good job by him to hang in there and make himself a factor.
Freed in the corner. To Collison now.
Falscraft came and flashed. He needed a flash just a little bit harder. I think Freed would have found him.
McDowell pull up 2, no good, and they're going to get a foul.
Yep.
On Nathan Avery.
And there again, I think Avery got underneath Trey on that shot. Just didn't give him room to come down.
McDowell to the line for 2. First one's good.
Trey had also been scoreless up to that point.
He had been.
Your 3 leading scorers really kind of held in check up to this point. Now they're starting to show out.
Second one off the rim, no good. Bellamy rebound. Dinkler bringing it up the court. Avery, handoff to McDonald. Eli Atkins with the ball. Huskies have 3 bench players in the game right now. Dinkler driving to the hoop, trying to back down Falscraft.
Reed just does such a good job keeping people in front of him and using his length.
Atkins back to Dinkler. Now McDonald for 3 off the rim, no good. It's going to be off Bellamy, out of bounds. Good attempt to save, but not able to control it.
Good hustle play.
Blue Jays going to bring in some towers with Sandy and Berggren coming in. Yep. Freed and White going to the bench.
Give White and Freed just a couple of minutes here. Get a little extended break with the quarter.
44 seconds remaining.
Probably not one-shot time yet. Let's see how the possession plays out. A little reach there that I think our side of the stands
we had a good angle on it, yeah. McDowell over to Berggren. Gets it back to Falscraft in the corner.
Got to be careful back in there.
Yep, Falscraft does a good job getting out of the corner so he doesn't get trapped down there.
Now I think you think about playing for 1.
Berggren out to Sandy. Back to McDowell with 10 seconds on the clock. 8, 7. Collison step up 3. No good. Falsgraf goes up, trying to get the tipper. Slam dunk rebound.
Ooh.
Didn't have it. And that brings us to the end of the third quarter. Blue Jays ahead 37-34. What was your oof?
I was a little nervous that Reed Falsgraf was going to get called for a technical because I've seen that happen before.
It would have been a bad call like it was
absolutely.
the times you've seen it, because if he doesn't hang on to that rim, he goes flying into something badly. So
yes. I agree. Or lands on another player.
Yeah.
It's just a safety thing. But
But that doesn't mean they won't call it. Yeah,
right.
Absolutely. So after 3 quarters, these two teams that average 63 and 64 points a game, and it's 37-34.
Yeah, and that was a 9-9 quarter. Man, that's it's tense here. It's tense here.
So here's going to be my randomness out of this.
Okay, let's have it.
Collison averages 18.1 points a game. All but like 3 games, he's between 16 and 22 points. Currently sitting at 8. Just throwing that out there.
Oh, yeah.
To see what happens in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
McDowell over to Falsgraf. McDowell, Falsgraf, Sandy, Bergeron, and Collison on the court for the Blue Jays. Weeks, Gurwell, McDonald, Avery, and Bellamy on the court for the Huskies. Collison for 3, off the rim, no good. Falsgraf gets a piece of that, and Collison dives in there for the loose ball. They're going to call jump ball. Good job by Reed getting a piece of that.
Yeah, and that, that could come in big later in the game when you need a possession and there's another tie-up. Here comes Winterset. I'm not sure we're set defensively. Now we are.
Gurwell with the ball, over to Weeks. Back over to Gurwell. Pulls up for a 2 and hits it.
Yeah, good contest. Just a tough shot by a good player.
Sandy in the corner, back out to McDowell. Back to Sandy. And now McDowell again.
I think every time we've seen the ball get touched in the high post.
And Trey went up for what looked like it may have been one of the most difficult shots and gets fouled on the way. He's still on the ground, but I think he's fine.
Yeah, I'd like to see him get up because he's a good free throw shooter and he's going to get 3.
He doesn't feel great about it. I think he came down hard on that right hip. But that was going to be a real tough 3-point attempt.
Yes. Point I was making earlier, though, Patrick, is when the Blue Jays have managed to get the ball inside, at least get the ball touched at the free throw line, they've been able to kick out for some good 3 opportunities, and that has been pretty infrequent in this game. But I think that is where a lot of good things are going to happen if we get some touches there.
Trey hits the second one. Freed going to come back in for Sandy. 7:05 on the clock here in the fourth quarter. Third free throw pending for Trey. And Trey converts all 3.
All right, 40-36. Let's see if we can get any distance between these teams.
Gurwell drives, throws it off Freed's knee. It's going to be Husky ball. Just had nowhere to go with it and hit the right spot on Jackson to not have a chance to control it. Gurwell into Weeks. Now McDonald with the ball.
Falsgraf doing a really good job on Gurwell.
Bellamy drives left hand up and good.
That was a nice strong take by Bellamy.
His first points of the game.
Went right at the bigger defender.
And just like that, Everett White's going to come back in. Bergeron under the hoop, has it blocked by McDonald. Gurwell with it. Falsgraf takes it away, pushing ahead. Going to pull out Jackson Freed, and they're going to get a foul on Weeks. That's the 5th team foul for the Huskies. White and Cram coming in for the Blue Jays. Dinkla, Forgy, and Furing in for the Huskies. McDonald, Bellamy, and Weeks to the bench for the Huskies. Bergeron and McDowell went to the bench, and that's going to be a charge, yeah. That was a good job setting your spot for Nathan Avery to draw the foul on Reed Falsgraf. Falsgraf's third.
Coach Evans is not going to take this sophomore out because he needs his defensive effort right now. And an aggressive play. You know, maybe you want to be a little more under control in that situation, but
Furing shot no good, but Dawson Forgy goes up to get the rebound put back to tie the game up just under 6 minutes.
We're all square.
Cram, Falsgraf out to Freed. Ooh. Cram back inside. Off Avery's foot. Ball ahead to Dinkla. Dinkla's lay-in is good. We're going to get a 30-second timeout.
Just got a little stagnant on the offensive end again. And all the momentum seems to be back with Winterset after the Blue Jays have built a 4-point lead, maybe their biggest lead of the game. Winterset comes back with 6 straight points, getting that off their defense, and I think that really is what it's going to come down to in this game. I don't see either team just going crazy on the offensive end. It's going to be off of turnovers. It's going to be a big bucket here or there. But right now, kind of those runs back and forth between the two teams. We'll see if the Blue Jays have another run and then can hold on.
Falsgraf, Meyer, Collison, Freed, and White on the court for the Blue Jays.
Just avoided a 5-second call there.
Dinkla, Gerwal, Forgy, Avery, and Furing for the Huskies. Freed in the corner, double team. Collison now with the ball. Out to Falsgraf. Falsgraf over to Meyer. Falsgraf at the top. 5:13 on the clock. Gotta watch that. Dinkla gets those steals. Falsgraf. Cross court to Collison. Collison goes up. Is fouled. Shot is no good, but he's going to go to the line for 2. That foul is on Avery, I believe, which would be his 4th.
Not sure how Reed got that pass threaded through there to
He's got
Colby.
Really long arms.
Yeah, I'm not sure how Colby caught it, and I'm not sure how Colby got up there and got himself fouled, but all things worked out to this point.
Collison's free throw is good. Avery's going to go to the bench. Bellamy in for the Huskies. 4:57 on the clock. Blue Jays trailing by 1. Collison's second one is good, and we're all tied up again.
I agree with you. I think it needs to be Colby Collison time right now.
Gerwell has it tipped away.
Oh my goodness.
Kick ball on Gerwell?
No, on one of.
I think he's saying on Gerwell. Ooh, goodness. Okay, so the official is really confusing in the direction she's pointing today. Forgy into Dinkla. Now Gerwell. Gerwell for 3 and hits it.
Yeah, that time the press kind of came back to bite us a little bit.
Yeah.
Mark that down, right into the 5-minute mark.
We were tied up.
Kind of a questionable call on the kick.
Forgy, left hand lay in good. So now Blue Jays trailing by 5, 4:16 on the clock.
Full timeout.
You know what a good thing to do during a full timeout
is
to thank the Bird's Nest. As you see their emblem up there in the corner, thank them for their support of Blue Jay Athletics and Blue Jay School, or Botterant School, Botterant Farrar School, as they have supported us all season with sponsoring these broadcasts. We really appreciate their partnership with this as well as many other things in the Bondurant community. So Bird's Nest, thank you again. We appreciate you so much.
Yeah, let's not forget our good friends out at Farrar.
Yeah. Don't get me in trouble.
Small but mighty. Well, little game reset here. Winterset sitting at 6 fouls. So the Blue Jays go to the line on their next on the next Winterset foul. The Blue Jays have only committed 2 fouls this half. So they can kind of pick up the aggressiveness a little bit. Maybe if they can get a bucket in their half-court offense here, get into their pressure. It's bothered Winterset. You got a couple fouls to give in under 4 minutes. You might have to put Winterset on the line so you can be as aggressive as you need to be in that press.
Collison, McDowell, Freed, Falsgraf, and White on the court for the Blue Jays. Forgy, Dinkla, Gurwell. Dinkla with the steal. Furing and Bellamy on the court for the Huskies as well.
Now when you have a couple of really, really good guards like Winterset does, and you have that 5-point lead under 4 minutes, you can really take the air out of the ball. And this is where Bondurant's got to be more aggressive.
White tipped it, but nobody saw it. Gurwell pass underneath to Dinkla. And is that on?
I think it's on Reed.
Fourth foul on him.
And he's the only guy in foul trouble at this point. So that's the guy you didn't want to have foul.
Shot no good. White gets the rebound. Falsgraf ahead to Collison. Collison out to Freed. Freed to McDowell. McDowell for 3. Off the rim, no good. Falsgraf gets it. Tries to put it up. Nowhere to go. And Bellamy saves it, throws it in. Jackson Freed with the lay-in and good. A little scramble action, and the Blue Jays come away with the 2.
Yeah, and they've got to pick up the pressure in this three-quarter court press.
Forgy back out to Gurwell.
Reed Falsgraf's the only guy that doesn't have fouls to give. 3 fouls. The Blue Jays have 4 to give before they put Winterset in the bonus.
2:39 on the clock. And they're saying the Blue Jays need to get closer. Well, this official over here is counting because the one near side is not. And Reed Falsgraf draws the charge. Dinkla might be down. Nope. Well, maybe. Forgy picked him up like, you're fine.
I think he might have rolled an ankle the way he's limping. He's going to try to stay in the game. Because that's a player control foul, Winterset's going to take a timeout. Because that's a player control foul, no free throws. Dinkla's going to try to walk that off.
So Winterset's taking a full timeout, 2:29 on the clock. Blue Jay ball, trailing by 5. Sarah is getting waved off as she tries to assist.
Dinkla is pleading with his coaching staff to stay in the game. Sarah's saying, hey, that's why I'm here.
I don't know if you saw it. Forgy just picked him up like he's deadlifting here. I got you. You're good. Let's get back out there.
Dinkla looks like he weighs about 85 pounds soaking wet, too. I'm sure he weighs more than that.
I'm thinking from the perspective of the athletic trainer, what you never want somebody else to do is just drag the guy up like that.
Right.
So Dinkla is going to be on the bench for now. Furing, Bellamy, Forgy, McDonald, and Gurwell on the court for the Huskies. For the Blue Jays, you got McDowell, Falsgraf, Collison, Freed, White.
Now you're in the situation now where you have to be perfect in this last 2.5 minutes. You got to score on every possession. You got to get stops on defense. You got fouls to give still.
Collison hit. Freed goes up, doesn't convert, but goes to the line. Foul is going to be on McDonald.
Real encouraging to see this other part of Jackson Freed's game. You know, such a great three-point shooter, but now really in this half he's been the main factor in the lanes, scoring points and getting himself to the free throw line. That
one is good. Dinkla is going to come back in. Cram is going to come in for McDowell. 2:17 remaining.
Big shot to get it back to a one-possession game. Makes it kind of tough for Winterset just to take the air out of the ball the rest of the game. Short.
No good. White gets the rebound. Dump off to Freed. Back over to White. Falsgraf in the lane. Goes up. No good. And Bellamy's able to rip it away. And then they're going to get White on that foul.
And that's fine. Nothing wrong with that because it gives you a chance to set your press. Gives you a chance to keep fouling because we have got fouls to give. And Winterset is almost a 74% free throw shooting team. So without doing a quick check of the stats, I'm sure Coach Evans' scouting report, they know who needs to be fouled at this point.
Good ball, high pass to Dinkla, over to Forgy. Avery pulls up for three and hits it.
That's a pretty icy shot.
Yeah,
there.
First points of the game. 1:41 on the clock now. Forgy tips that one out of bounds. 1:37 now. McDowell coming in. Cram going out. Bellamy in. Avery out. Falsgraf over to Freed. Freed, dump off pass to Collison, gets the lay-in for two.
Quick timeout from Coach Evans. I think he is down to just one timeout now.
Graham coming back in, it looks like.
Get him out on the front of that press.
Not positive who's coming out, but we'll see.
Yep.
Exciting little game here. We got points are definitely coming up closer to the average. Still going to be a below average scoring night for both teams, barring some overtime theatrics.
Yep.
Huskies coming out. Forgy, Gurwell, Dinkla, Avery, and Furing. Blue Jays counter with Cram, Falsgraf, Freed, White, and Collison. Four team fouls currently on the Blue Jays. Forgy breaks the press. Cram knocks it away and gets called for the foul.
Yep. I think Forgy just looked a little bit out of control there, but pretty clear foul. Still fouls to give.
Dinkla to inbound, and Forgy trip coming around, and that's an offensive foul. Forgy wants a foul on the arm. Official says charge. McDowell coming in for the Blue Jays. Cram coming out.
I'll admit I didn't see the call.
I mean, it looks like they called something coming around that screen, not on Forgy, but.
And it looked like Titus had a hold of him, but they called. I
don't know who they called.
They called it on 20, who's not in our book, so I'm not sure where.
Freed going baseline, layup and good.
Okay, one possession game, minute left.
Get it ahead to Bellamy, over to Forgy. 1 minute on the clock. Dinkla has it, and
timeout.
Husky timeout.
Timeout coming from the bench for Coach Henry over there. Things look like they were getting a little crazy and out of control as Dinkla was kind of surrounded by four Blue Jay defenders.
Yeah.
So again, a little reset. Blue Jays with just 5 team fouls, so they have 2 to give before they put Winterset to the line. Winterset's committed 8 team fouls, so Bonnarant shoots free throws the rest of the way. One more 1-and-1 attempt if Winterset had to put Bonnarant to the line at this time. Colby Collison now at 12 points. Jackson Freed with 11. Everett White 11. All of those coming in the first half.
Huskies bring Avery, Gurwell, Dinkla, Forgy, and Fuhring out. Blue Jays, Collison, Cram, Falsgraf, Freed, and White. Gurwell breaks to the hoop, layup, and good.
Yeah, that's a good call coming out of the timeout.
Collison, right-hand layup, has it blocked by Fuhring. And White's going to get called for that foul.
Yep. And again, that's okay. You don't want to waste too much time.
45.9 seconds on the clock. Blue Jays trailing by 5. McDowell comes in for Cram. Avery to inbound. Finds Dinkla.
Got to give one up quick. You got to give it up. There's no sense in waiting right now. And that's okay.
Other than I think McDowell thought he got in there without fouling him.
Yeah, but we probably let 3 or 4 seconds come off the clock before we should have fouled. And that is now the bonus. Dinkla is an 80% free throw shooter, as is Gurwell. So you pick your poison between those two.
And Forgy's basically there as well. Misses the first one on the 1-and-1. White pushing ahead over to Collison. Collison for 3. Off the rim, no good. White going to try and get to it, not able to. Falsgraf goes up the bleachers, but wasn't able to keep it in bounds.
Just Blue Jay shooters have just had a hard time finding that 3-point mark tonight. And give Winterset the credit with their zone defense. They've made it very, very difficult. Strong contests.
That ball thrown away. Falsgraf ends up with it over to Collison. Collison to McDowell, and they're going to foul McDowell. He throws it up. That's not a shooting foul. He'll go to the line for 1-and-1.
Yep. Just keeping it close enough right now to have a shot. Pressure's on Winterset to make those 1-and-1s too, but a couple of pressure free throws too for Trey to keep his team in the game.
First one's up and good. Cram coming in. Nope, just kidding. Cram's going to come in for McDowell if he makes it. So. And he does. Cram going to come in. McDowell to the bench. Blue Jays trailing by 3. 26.5 seconds on the clock. Huskies are in the 1-and-1. Blue Jays will be double bonus on any additional fouls. And Huskies are going to take a timeout.
All right. Well,
so yeah,
we got a 1-possession game. 26.5 seconds left.
Winner gets a share of the Raccoon River Conference title.
A lot on the line. Both teams really great effort. I mean, it hasn't been a pretty game offensively speaking, but you know, when it's for all the marbles, both teams are going to crank up the defensive effort. That's what we've seen tonight. And at this point, Winterset's just had a little bit better fourth quarter with 20 points so far to the Blue Jays 14.
Deep pass to Gurwell. Falsgraf chases it down. Is not able to maintain possession of it. And Cram tries to foul. They don't call it.
Go get him. Go get him. Go get him. Foul.
Collison's able to get the foul on Dinkla.
Yeah, and I know Reed didn't want to foul himself out there, but Fuhring, a 63% free throw shooter versus an 80% free throw shooter in Dinkla. But still, there's still plenty of time. And it is a 1-and-1.
McDowell coming in for Cram. 16.2 seconds on the clock. Dinkla going to the line, 80% free throw shooter for a 1-and-1. And makes the first. Second free throw attempt. It rattles in.
Yeah, you make that first one. The second one's a lot easier.
Pfalzgraf over to McDowell for three. Off the rim, no good. Fuhring gets the rebound. Pfalzgraf's going to get the foul. And with 7.8 seconds left and a 5-point lead, that's going to be a really tough one to do more with. So Pfalzgraf fouls out.
Yeah, as we mentioned, Fuhring just under 64% as a free throw shooter, but still 1-1.
Real solid effort tonight defensively from Pfalzgraf. Good hustle plays. Fuhring gets the first free throw. Fuhring second one up and hits that as well. 7-point lead now for the Huskies. 7.8 seconds on the clock. Freed for a deep three. Hits that. And now 3.7 seconds.
Well, we've seen, I don't know if we've seen crazier things, but we've seen some last second.
This would be a pretty crazy one. I mean, you'd really need to somehow steal this inbound pass with the quick lay-in and then do it again. I mean, not impossible, but highly unlikely. But if you were looking for an exciting game, I mean, you can't get much better than a 4-point differential.
You got it. And it pains me a little to say it, but Winterset's earned this conference championship if they can manage to win this game. To go into Ballard and Bondurant on back-to-back nights against the other top two contenders and to win on both nights. Last night they had to expend a little bit more energy and effort than the Bluejays did in beating Knoxville.
Yeah.
So credit to them if they can seal the deal here in the last 3.7 seconds.
Both teams have another week of regular season before the postseason begins. Forgy gets fouled by Collison. He's going to go to the line with 3 seconds on the clock.
Yep. So he's shooting two. So your chance here is for him to miss both, make a 3-point shot, and get fouled. Now, the other thing Winterset could do if he misses both is to foul Bondurant Farrar and make them shoot free throws with under 3 seconds. But if that's not something you practice, it's not something you're going to do. And looks like they could take a timeout. If he makes this free throw, it's academic.
And he does.
Two you want at the line, too, is one of your seniors.
Any one of those three guards you're pretty happy putting on the line if you're a Husky. And he hits both of them.
That was probably going to do it.
Free 3-point attempt from half court, no good. They're going to let the clock go, and that's going to be the end of the ball game. Huskies 60, Blue Jays 54. Congratulations, Huskies, on your share of the Raccoon River Conference title. We just had a cheerleader go down. Might want to be a little more careful. Anyway.
That hurts a little bit, if you're a Blue Jay player, coach, fan. But you've got next week. You got a tough Indianola team. I think we've got Newton next week.
That sounds right. And then the following week is the postseason where the Blue Jays will host Creston.
Yep.
The Huskies will host Carlisle or Knoxville. One of the two.
Yep.
And they're on the other half of the bracket. So if we see the Huskies again, it'll be to decide who goes to state. And
hey, best 2 out of 3. We'll take that opportunity.
Right.
And that would be at Indianola. And that's where we played for a sub-state title last year. Couldn't quite get it done against the eventual state champs. But to your point, hats off to Winterset, and Blue Jays can come back and hopefully bigger and better things. Historically speaking, I've been in games like this. where you lose the regular season one and you come back and win the grudge match in postseason. I've been on both sides of that as a coach and a player. So, again, if we get that opportunity, that'd be great. We had two really great efforts tonight, I thought. Everett White got us off to a great first half start. I think Jackson Freed kind of kept us in this game in the second half. All 14 of his points came in the second half. Everett's 11 came in the first half.
Jackson was doing a lot defensively in that first half,
yeah,
too.
A lot of block shots. And Everett by no means disappeared. He gave us some offense that he typically doesn't give, and a solid effort in the second half. But if I had to vote for our Legacy Bank player of the game, I would go with Jackson Freed. You may differ.
Well, no, the type of team Winterset is. I mean, they're guard heavy, and so it's you need your guards to step up, and so that made Everett a little less necessary in that second half, as the Huskies weren't really working the ball down low.
No.
And so you really saw that, that guard play. You could make an argument. Falsgraf defensively obviously was big down that stretch. That's why he didn't really come off the court in that second half, as they were rotating guys back and forth. It seemed like, I don't know, that last 12 minutes or so, he didn't leave the court until he fouled out. And so but yeah, I agree. Jackson Freed's going to get that player of the game, Legacy Bank player of the game, for 15 points and his all-around game effort. Legacy Bank building legacies one customer at a time. Collison finished up with 12, McDowell 6, Meyer 2, Cram with 4 points, Bergeron with 4 points, and Sanny with 1. But
yep, in the Gerwell-Dinkla tandem,
a lot.
They caused a lot of problems, both ends of the court. Boy, it's hard to do it, but you got to give them a lot of credit.
Yep. I think Gerwell ended up with 22, and Dinkla ended up with about 16. Forgy with 7 down the stretch. But I think for tonight we'll call it a night, and we'll pick you up back next week with some boys basketball.
It's tournament time.
Going into Saturday with the girls regionals. So good luck, Blue Jay wrestlers, tomorrow. Let's punch our tickets to state over there, and we'll see you next week. Good night, and go Blue